Here's the punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here. There's trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tonight, black 20.
Right there, 56. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Switch it.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Gurley had a touchdown in Week 8, and with that score, he tied Jim Brown, Walter Payton. 25 or younger with 63. The most is Emmitt Smith. He had 75 in that span. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Get ready.
We go.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Motion.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Here's Gurley. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Ready, 95, 56.
Check, watch 54. Watch the curve. Check, crouch.
Kill. Ready, set.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
You're good, you're good. Spot 4, ready.
Watch the boot.
You're good.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. And Thomas has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check, check, check.
Running back Kamara. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Delta. Check, check, check.
Now Breeze. Again has it complete. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Ready. You ready?
Right there, 54 Mike. I got it. Whip. Watch the whip.
5-9.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
54. Line 54. Stop your body. Hey, watch it. Watch the ship.
Under.
Hey, watch the ship.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tateskin there to make the grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. The 40, the 30. 10, touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 72 yards. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What did we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here you go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Go.
Breeze now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Here's Breeze to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
To throw is Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 2nd down. Well, Charles, 18 of the 32 teams have now played 8 games, half their season. The other 14 will reach the midway point next week, so we'll save the midseason grades and awards until then. But
thank you. I like that.
We'll wait on that. But let's look at a few underperforming teams thus far that have played 8 games, and you tell me what you think their final record's going to be. Now, let's start with the Chargers at 3-5.
Big win in Chicago on Sunday. I like them to go 5-3 down the stretch. And that gives them 8 wins. Actually, having them go 6-2. I think they're going to go 9-7.
Ooh, right there on the edge of the playoffs. Okay, let's stay in the AFC West. How about the Broncos at 2-6 right now?
I just don't see that offense improving. I think that they win 2 more games and go 4-12.
Okay. And Giants, 2-6. They're underperforming.
Yeah, but their schedule really lightens up on the back end. They're playing hard. I'm going to give them 6 wins, 6-10.
Lastly, and I might duck under the table when you answer this one, the Falcons at 1-7.
Yeah, that's a tough one because I wonder about what's going to happen with their head coach. But I think they'll play better down the stretch. 4 wins, 4-12.
You're off the hot seat, my friend.
Thank you.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Shell. Motion. Reset.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Go. 180. DC.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Oh, he stays up.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Flushed out right. He gets it to Cooks. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
We go, Slot. 180. 56. Don't get nervous. He's coming. Now you won. We got double up. Recon, 132 fighter. Twist. Watch twist. He's checking.
From the 50, it's gone. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And some room to roam now. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This will be fielded at the 8. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before half for Breeze. Being chased out left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. 10 yards, good for his Saints. 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
It's 2 yards. It's 2nd and 8 at the Rams 33-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Saints first down.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Easy.
Mike's by 4.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Again, it's Kamara. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
So Rams take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Hey.
Under 10. 10.
Goff now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Ric Flair. Kill. 6'6". Pull it high.
He's checking crack.
Shift. Watch the shift.
They are going for it. Goff. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on fourth down. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires. He gets it to Thomas. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Ready. 95-56.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 13-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Now Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
Cut! 120!
Let's go,
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st down, it's Gurley. Demario Davis there on the stop. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, you crowd the line of scrimmage. If they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Ready? Yellow waiting. Sammy!
Show it up!
Hey, kill!
One final try here for Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And